Dear students, today we will start our study with the study of privatization. Privatization is a process of involving the private sector in the ownership or operation of the state-owned enterprises. The government owns some industries, some factories, but when government feels that they are not able to run or they are not able to earn profit from those factories, what they do, they allow private sector to get the ownership of that and make that a private enterprise. That is done in two ways. The first, outright sale of the government enterprises to the private entrepreneurs. It means government sell the factory or the industry to the private sector. In the second way, withdrawal of government ownership and management from the mixed enterprises. In this, what government do? They sell their partnership to the private sector. So this is done in both the ways. Either they sell the complete plant or they just sell the partnership and allow private sector to run that. What is the need for privatization? The process of industrialization was initiated during second five-year plan, assigned a key role to PSUs. PSUs means the public sector units. It means the government companies. So when we started the second five-year plan, the main role was there with the public sector companies. The industrial policy resolution clearly and categorically state the significance of PSU in the process of growth and development. It is beyond doubt that it was through the spread of PSUs that India could diversify its industry base between the period of 1951 to 59. It was just because of the PSUs, because the government has started many companies in different sectors, and because Indians were having lack of capital, so private sector was not able to start much companies, but it is just because of the government we were able to diversify our industrial base. It was on account of the spread of PSUs that the Indian economy underwent a structural transformation. Due to this, the Indian economy also went in structural transformation. It means the people which were basically dependent on agriculture, now they are dependent on industry as well and on the tertiary sector as well. And the contribution of industrial sector and tertiary sector increased in GDP. This system of PSUs that this gave us Navratna, 9 jewels of the Indian industry, and many Ratnas. About that you will study later. Gradually, most public sector enterprises turned into a social dead weight or social liabilities, and the losses which were continuously increasing, that became unsustainable. And this is why this was happening, why the companies were in great loss. This is because leakages, pilferages, inefficient and corruption had become so rampant in PSUs that the privatization was considered as the only remedy, because the government officers which were appointed in these companies, they were engaged in corrupt practices, so it was very difficult for us to run them. Accordingly, in 1991, the government decided to phase out public enterprises by selling its equity to the private entrepreneurs. Privatization was to replace public ownership of a large enterprises. However, in view of their efficient performance, So in 1991, government started selling the private companies, but the Navratna companies, which were the companies which are providing most of the profit to the government, they retained as public sector enterprises. Indeed, the government decided to upgrade their functional freedom with a view to enhancing their competitive strength. So this is why we felt need for the privatization in Indian economy now. Which are the Navratna companies? These are the companies which were categorized as Navratna companies. These are Indian Oil, Bharat Petroleum, ONGC, Steel Authority of India Limited, Hindustan Petroleum, BHEL, IPCL, Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited, and the NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation. These are the 9 companies which are providing profit to Indian government. So these were declared as Navratna. Later on, some companies are there which were declared as Maharatna in 2009. These are Coal India, Indian Oil Corporation, these 9 companies, these were called the Maharatna. The Navratna status was changed as Maharatna. And then there are about 75 PSUs that were awarded the Mini Ratna status. Earlier we were having only one category, that is called the Navratna. Now it was changed into 2, the Maharatna and the Mini Ratna. And these are the companies which are providing a good profit to and a lot help to government. So these were called the epicenter of growth in Indian economy. Now we'll talk about the gains and losses of privatization. What gains we feel that we get from privatization. Privatization implies supremacy of self-interest over social interest. When here the supremacy of self-interest over social interest, because the private companies work for their own profit, not for the social welfare. So as for the self-interest, they work with 100% commitment and with the efficiency. When we work with the social interest, we don't work with the efficiency. Privatization expects private enterprises to work in a competitive environment, both domestic as well as the international. So we get a competitive environment in India. Then privatization promotes diversification of production. Just like PSUs, they were taking high profits. These companies do not take high profits, and many MNCs come in India, so they make new benchmark for the industry. Privatization promotes consumer sovereignty, because we get a lot of options in the market, so consumer became the supreme in this type of economy. What losses we had? Socialistic pattern of society is left to survive only as theoretical possibility, because all the profit generating area were there in the private hand. So social security or social responsibility, that became a theoretical possibility only. Privatization encourages the free play of market forces, but in the process, goods are produced only for those who have means to buy them, not for the people who are poor and who cannot afford to buy goods. Now the third and the last initiative that was taken from in this view, that is the globalization. We'll study about globalization in next video. Thank you.